Hi guys, welcome to On and Off the Couch. Today I'll be taking you off the couch. I'll be trying something new because I always wanted to kind of not only have these conversations we do on the couch behind me, but also to be kind of a vlog kind of thing. So I'll be trying that today, or not today, but throughout the following days, and we'll see how it goes. If I like it, then and you're seeing this, then it went, then it went well, and I'm happy with how it turned out. Today, I'm editing the Star Wars video episode 6. This is how it looks so far, and by the time you're seeing this, it's probably already done. And I'm gonna leave a link in the description to this specific video and to my other channel, which is a reaction one, if you want to go and check those out. And today will be basically that. I will edit that video and potentially finishing it actually also today, and posting it on my other channel. And yeah, okay, so I have done like 1/3 of the movie, I think, of the Star Wars movie, and I got hungry, so I'm eating lunch now, and I'm gonna be watching The Office. The Office is quite an experience. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but Michael is Steve Carell plays him so well, and Michael is such an idiot for the most part, but sometimes they make you feel sorry for him in the most genius way because you look at him and you think there's no way I'll ever feel sorry for that guy, then boom, it happens. And I think the like in the last episode I saw it was when he was giving out the Dundies, and they were hitting him with food from the other table because he was annoying them, and he got so sad and it broke my heart. Oh my god, I can't believe they did that. But anyway, yeah, so now I'm gonna eat and watch some of The Office.
Either way, plain white Jim for 3 hole punch.
I was just watching him look.
What about me?
The White's my guy.
Monk.
A monk.
I'm a Sith Lord.
So, a little update. I actually don't know if I'm gonna finish the reaction today, the editing, because I'm not feeling so good. I have a lot of cramps because I'm on my period, and I mostly want to lay and eat, which isn't optimal, but you know, as it happens. And I usually, in those first 2 days, I'm all about self-love and loving yourself and taking care of yourself and whatnot. But for those first 2 days, I'm like, I only want to eat and I can't train because not everything, but because I have to be, the uncomfortable position is either this one or another one that's again lying on the couch. And it's really frustrating that I only want to eat and I can't work out. And it really kind of makes me have less self-love, let's say. But you know, after those 2 days are gone, everything goes back to normal, which is amazing. So I'm guessing that tomorrow when I wake up, I'll be 100% myself again, and will, you know, be able to take out the dog, for example, and work out and finish the editing on the reaction. I'm gone halfway, but I don't think I'll be able to do the whole thing today, unfortunately. So yeah, but you know, I'm all about, you know, taking care of yourself and listening to your body. So I'm not gonna pressure it to do something it can do for the time being. So I'm just gonna take some rest, I guess, and yeah, finish this up tomorrow. Hi guys. While I was editing the video you're watching now, I instead of this segment, there was another one which was me and Beretta on one of her morning walks. However, while I was editing, I realized that not really comfortable with showing you that part, because I videotaped a place where I go essentially almost every day, and just out of safety precautions. I might be paranoid, but still, this is what I'm comfortable with for now. But I do want to tell you how a morning with her goes, and just retell what I did that day. So the next day I woke and I was feeling so much better than the day before that. And what I usually do on our morning walks is that I first listen to this kind of type of podcast, but it's not actually a podcast, it's a video of different podcasts put together, and it has a theme. And I listen to one of those videos, and it really helps me with my mindset. I mean, I have a pretty, you know, if you believe it, then you will see it, you can manifest it, it will be yours. Just believe it, try again, try a different way kind of mindset from an early age. But this kind of podcasts also bring to that, and also help me to further develop that kind of mindset or stay within it. So it really is so good for me to start the day like that, because then the whole day is just, it's that much better for me. And then we went to the park, and for the most part, Beretta is very much of an introvert with her own kind, like I am. And she is kind of reactive sometimes, especially when it comes to German Shepherds. But she's also very picky with them. I mean, with some, she can bark 2 times and then continue doing her own thing. There are very, very, very few where I have seen her go up to them, you know, they smell each other and everything is going okay. But for the most part, I am kind of cautious when it comes to them, because there were times where she would rather rip her vocal cords but stand her ground. And I am trying to kind of teach her to heel when I see a German Shepherd, to heel or to come here to be around me, and I can give her treats to kind of like teach her that that's the okay thing to do. However, she is a medium to high energy dog, so she is on a longer leash, and we play with the stick and she jumps around and whatnot. I think that part of the video I will actually show you how we play. But other than that, our mornings go like that. And yeah, there was one new addition to the park that day, a new German Shepherd, a black one with the floppy ears. She was so cute. But my crackhead, being herself, started just barking at her, but not like the bad kind, like the normal for her kind. And and nothing more happened with that. and the German Shepherd was so cute. I just wanted to hug her and just pet her a lot, but I was really nervous with her around. And the thing actually with her is that with me she acts one way, with my boyfriend she acts a little bit different, because she's a lot less worried than I am when he's with her, and of course she senses that. But anyway, I tired her out a little bit so she can sleep throughout the day, and then we got home and I was going about my day, and yeah, I will let you see the rest. Okay, so now we're at home. I just washed Beretta, her feet, and whatever else. And I'm gonna change and put on the workout on the TV and see how long I can do it for. Okay, well, I'm really happy. I got halfway through, which is more than I expected to do, honestly. I got past the high knees and the mountain climbers, and they go one after the other. So that's really hard to do for me personally. I don't like high knees and I don't like mountain climbers. And to put them one after the other is just testing my will. But I got past them. I did some other things. And I'm finishing it with the monster burpees. And I'm gonna leave it up to here for now, and tomorrow we'll see. I'll probably try and kind of do 1 or 2 more exercises after the monster burpees. But we'll see. If you guys do that workout, tell me where did you finish it all, or where did you stop? Yeah, high knees and mountain climbers are my kryptonite. They're awful. I don't particularly love the person that came up with those. Anyway, I'll go take a shower, go change, and see you guys later. I finally finished the Star Wars Episode 6 video. I edited it and uploaded it to YouTube. Thank fudge there were no copyright issues detected, found, anything. So I'm gonna schedule it for later tonight, and when that is live, I'll be watching the Star Wars Episode 1, for which I'm very excited about. Good morning, guys. So it turned out I did have a migraine, but this time, as opposed to other times, it was a mild one, because I woke up at 6:45, and I came here, I had some pieces of bread and I took a pill, and it's almost gone now, which doesn't happen often at all. What usually happens is that I wake up at between 3 or 5 a.m. and I come here again because on the couch, because it's bigger, I have more space to get as comfortable as I want, and because in the bed I have to be twisting and turning, and I don't want to wake anybody up. So I come here and I make myself some tea or just plain boiled water, because they just make my headaches less painful. But they took the pain for a little while. They don't wash it all away. And I have tried all sorts of medicine, from mild ones to hard medicine. The hard medicine just gives me nausea. It doesn't help as much, or basically the medicine I take helps me 2 out of 10 times. So I don't really count on it. What I count on is sleep. That's the best medicine for me. That's why I come here, so I can get in the most comfortable position and eventually fall asleep. Today, however, it didn't happen that way, and the whole thing lasted a couple of hours for me. Actually, not a couple of hours, just like an hour or something, an hour and a half, let's say. The My boyfriend took out the dog because he's really helpful when these conditions arise, and they do arise every so often because this is a hormonal thing. So it comes around my period or during my period, because I'm thinking that my organism at some point thought, she's really bored with those cramps. We should add something to the mix to make it a little bit fun, And then I've been dealing with these migraines, and sometimes they can be really bad. I mean, really, really, really bad. I lie here in a fetal position and wait to end. That's it. So I'm hoping that they go away just as they came, like 5 or 6 years later, maybe, I don't know. Or after I give birth, I'm hoping that the hormones just fix themselves. But yeah, for the most part, that's it. And I'm really happy that today actually they didn't last as long. My migraine didn't last that long, because now I can actually go about my day, start doing the things that I usually would do, which would mean to have breakfast, work out, go and do the editing on the movie, for which I'm so excited. And yeah, I'm just really happy that with each passing minute I feel more and more like myself. Hi guys, it's the next day. Yesterday, as I said, I had some workout, and I edited the video a little bit, Star Wars video, and today I actually finished it. It's currently uploading on YouTube, and I'm crossing my fingers that there will be no copyright issues. And I figured, well, that is happening. We could talk. I'm thinking I would tell you some things about myself. I'm hoping you don't hear the noise behind me as much. I've turned the noise cancellation on microphone, so it should be okay. I mean, it's not the best, but it should be okay. But before I start talking about myself, I just wanted to quickly share with you guys something that happened today in the park when I was out with the dog. Because yesterday I told you that she has a little bit of a problem with German Shepherds, and I told you there's a new German Shepherd in the park, a baby one, and today actually we saw her again, and Beretta, being her usual self, was barking at it, but this time the German Shepherd, she didn't get scared, she just sat down and waited for us. I'm like, okay. And I decided to, I'm really grabbing the leash as I'm doing this, but I decided to see what will happen if we just, if we approach a little bit. And as I'm approaching her, Beretta starts to bark less and less and starts wagging her tail a little bit. I'm like, is this going to happen? And then we approaching carefully more and more and more, and they actually sniffed each other, wagged their tails a little bit, and they were fine. They were better than fine. They were pretty good. So she's right here beside me, although you can't see her. But both of them did such a good job, and I was so impressed with her, with Beretta here, and gave her, and I gave her a little bit of treats, and it was so good. And now we're continuing with the things I wanted to, to tell you a little bit about myself. So I was born in mid-November 1996 in Bulgaria. That's right, I'm from Bulgaria, and I think people who are from Eastern Europe like I am can recognize the architecture behind me. But yeah, 1996 was a glorious year for inflation in Bulgaria. It was really testing whether the sky really is the limit. And it was a very brave thing, I would say, to have a kid at that time. I have some books in my hometown where my grandma is, where you can see the price tag is 5,000, from 3 to 5,000 or something like that. and you can just tell how bad things were, because a book you in the early 2000s, let's say, would cost 5 lev or 3 lev or something like that, but in 1996 it was from 3 to 5,000. I will do a freeze frame here and put some really interesting facts about Bulgaria if you want to pause and read a little bit. And I'm jumping ahead with my story. After I was born in at around, I think, 1997 or 8, the doctors found something really, really, really bad. And it was so bad that I think the nurses and or doctors in Bulgaria were telling my mom to, to leave me and get pregnant again, have another baby. She was young. She could have 2 more babies if she wanted, but my mom wouldn't have that. And by the way, what I'm telling you now, the story is I could mislead you with the information that I have. It's just because my mom has told me this a couple of times, and yet I somehow block some parts here and there, so I may not remember it at my best capabilities. I mean, I have the copyright issues found. Great, awesome. Anyway, I have the documents here of what happened, literally from the 98 documents. But yeah, anyway, so basically, I think it was a vein that was causing all of the problems, and it was causing problems here and with my heart. And there were 2, let's say, doctors, one for sure, maybe two doctors that really, 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 really helped us, and they made some connections, and me and my mom went to France, Paris, and I had these, not sure if it were operations or manipulations, but I had those, and after which my mom says that after those things happened, after those procedures happened, and they gave me back to her, I was like a brand new baby. I was eating, I stopped crying all the time. And I think that for the most part I was having a lot of headaches. I mean, my head was hurting, and I think that's part of the reason why right now, when I have a headache, I can't, I have a very low threshold for pain, and that's why I look for some kind of medicine before getting to the, to the peak. But yeah, after that happened, and we came back, ever since then my mom has been telling me, that things work out for me from the second time, and that that I should believe in myself, because I'm leading this kind of second life, a second chance. When something doesn't happen for me, I shouldn't despair, because I've mentioned this thing she says to me in I think I did in the It's a Wonderful Life reaction video. She says to me that the world is big and salvation lurks at every corner. So, don't get despair and things will be alright. But yeah, I do take the second chance thing, second try thing to heart, because it is true. I mean, unfortunately I can't think of instances, but there are a lot of instances where things work out for me from the second try. I think one example was with the universities I went to. I think the second one was the one where things really worked out for me. I just felt better. And so even now that sometimes we're talking and I'm talking to her and I tell her this and this, it didn't happen and I really wanted it to happen, she goes, if things work out for you from the second try, so try again. And even if it doesn't work from the second try, I now have more I'm not that despaired anymore, and I could continue trying new ways. That was one of the things I wanted to talk to you about. The other one was when my parents divorced, because I think for me it happened differently, a little bit differently than with other people, with other kids. So my dad, when I was 5, he went to England, to London, and worked there, and he would send us money. I was 5 at the time. Did I say that already? I don't remember. Anyway, so when he did, my mom and dad really started fighting. I mean, all the time when they talk each other on the phone or on Skype. Was it there back then? I don't remember. But whenever they would talk to each other, they would really fight. And I was seeing that and I was thinking, why don't they just get a divorce? It's only logical. No one is happy. I don't understand. And this continued for a while, and then one afternoon or morning, I don't remember. Actually, for those stories, I'm also planning on inviting my mom at some point to this channel, because I think both my mom and my dad are really interesting people in their own ways. I mean, my mom lived in Italy in the 80s, which I think is just it would be very interesting to hear. But yeah, it would be very interesting to hear from her point of view the whole divorce conversation, because I remember only from my perspective how it was. Look at her, the gossiper. So she took me out one day and we were in the park, and she goes, Maggie, baby, you know how you watched a lot of movies, and sometimes things happen in these movies, and something, me and your dad are getting a divorce. And I was like, well, finally. And she said, wait, you're not distressed, you're not sad or anything? I'm like, no, I mean, it's pretty logical. You guys fight all the time. I don't see why don't you get a divorce. And apparently my mom and my dad and my grandparents were all worried for me. How would I react? How would I take the news and whatnot? And I just I guess I didn't get it then. I get it now because I'm older, and I get why would they worry. But yeah, it was I think this huge weight just fell off their shoulders, and after that everybody lived happily ever after. No, I truly believe that if people don't make each other happy, they shouldn't stay in a marriage. Everybody suffers, and I think before I met my boyfriend, I didn't exactly understand why would kids suffer from parents separating or getting a divorce if they're seeing that they're constantly fighting. And then he explained it to me, like he said that when you grow up with a family and see them growing their separate ways, it really hurts. And then my mom also added on that and said that we weren't exactly the traditional family. I mean, my dad went to England when I was 5, and those were really crucial years for me to get a solid image of a family. I don't know how exactly to describe it, but I think you get it maybe. But yeah, and that didn't happen for us, and that's why I think I accepted the news the way that I did. I handled it the way that I did, because I think that if we had been the more traditional family, and let's say they were happy for 10 years of my life, and then at the 10th they start at the 11th they started gradually arguing, not getting along, blah blah, maybe that then would be different. But yeah, anyway, I think I've shared enough for today. I don't want to exactly give out a lot of information, because I think it's things like that are a lot to take in, so I'm just gonna be gradually at a time. But yeah, and I think I think of closing this video now, because I think it's already pretty long, and I don't want to for this to become like a pretty long video. I've told you in the first one that I think this should be relatively like 30-40 minute stops. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering what Bulgarian sounds like, it sounds like this. Здравейте хора, казвам се Маги и това е моят канал. Много се радвам, че бяхте тук и може да харесате или да се абонирате, ако това видео ви е харесало, и ще се видим следващия път. Чао!